Coach, a very warm day outside by Minnesota standards, but then again, it is still summer. Either way, the AC is working just fine at U.S. Bank Stadium in the Twin Cities. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Chicago Bears and the Minnesota Vikings. The calendar has turned to December, and we're in the home stretch now as we're underway in Week 13. This fielded at the 2. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line. Jackson on first down. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. The game's first play produces 6 yards, brings up second down.
Defensively here, you're facing a top 5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20, because to me, that's the magic number. 20-point score gives yourself you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
Ready? That is the mic, boy, 47. 47. Short.
Throwing on first down, it's Jackson. Incomplete, but a penalty flag is down in the backfield. Let's get the call. That hold coming from the left side of the line.
Hands got caught in the cookie jar on that one, and the flag came out. Penalty against them.
They're backed up here with a 1st and 20 now after the holding penalty. He's going to look deep down the field, and that is incomplete. Took a shot there on first down, but he couldn't reel it in.
But that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, and have them back on their heels.
47
Off the play fake, here's Jackson. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. They get 14 back, but it leads now to a 3rd down. And he's top 5 in the league in terms of receiving yardage because of plays like that. What have you seen from him on film that you like so much?
Well, I'll strip away everything else and get to what we call the moment of truth. When the ball's arriving and there's a defender there,
It's caught inside the 25. And he's going to get this one down to the edge of the red zone. And that one results in 35 yards. And he's only going to get a yard from the 20 to the 19.
Taken down at the 19. Brings up 2nd and 9. He's cracked. He's checking crack.
Play action. Now Jackson. He finds Hillman. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. They were looking to throw, holding on the big right tackle.
That's real simple, partner. Keep your hands inside in the chest area. You're probably okay. You get it out on the shoulders, get them wide. Usually going to pick up a holding call.
Now they face a 2nd and long following the holding penalty. Heck of a move, and then brought down near the 23. He was able to pick up 6 yards there, so that leaves him with a 3rd and 13.
Check, 47. Hey, check. 47's the mic. 47's the mic. Quit talking about it and bring it.
Play action. It's Jackson. Flushed out right. He may try and run for this. And they'll hustle up to stop him well shy of the first, right around the 15. Give him 8 yards that time on the scramble, and now 4th down. They'll try and throw for it with Jackson. Nowhere to turn this time, and he goes down. Sacked back at the 29. The Bears tried it on 4th down, unable to convert. And this crowd into it early. Their guys stand tall on the opening drive of the football game.
Jim. Let's go. Come on. Rush in. Check your hot read.
They'll run on 1st down. Lane. And he'll push his way forward to about the 32. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down. If you start assessing what went wrong last week, Charles, in their loss, had nothing to do with the ground game. They ran it well.
And you also have to say to yourself as a team, don't go away from what worked. That's not the reason the game was lost. Running the football over time, when you do it consistently, usually translates into wins.
And they're hoping to do it consistently here. 2nd and 5. He's going to hit his man out of the backfield, complete. And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39. 7 yards there and a 1st down.
Well, that was a pretty favorable situation there. What would you call that? 2nd and manageable? Smart play, too. Didn't force it downfield when he didn't have it. Just checked it down, let him get the 1st down, and that's exactly what he did.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. They'll try the left side. It's Lane. And this play will be blown up. He'll lose yardage back at the 38. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage. 2nd and 11. Throw left side complete. That's Lane. And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. They're going to look to throw. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. They get only 4 that time as that leads us to a 4th down.
Got to give credit where it's due. Really nice defense on that play. The pitch and catch was successful, but not any run after it.
He gets us away. It's a good one, drawing toward the sidelines. And this one's out of bounds. Should be inside the 10, I think it is, at the 6-yard line. So well done there. And these punters, they get more specialized and better each and every year, don't they?
They sure do. And now it's really not the American punters. It's the Australian punters with their kicking academies and that flat drop and just kind of kicking the nose of the football. They're able to almost stop it where they want to, like a good golfer can check one up.
A little bit of space there for the 1st down run, as that's going to get him about 5 yards. 5 yards is the tally on 1st down. That brings up 2nd and 5. We're scoreless after 1. They go play action with Jackson. Open man is Higgins. And he's out right at the 25. 14 yards in a Chicago 1st down. Those are the kinds of plays right there that show you why he's the number 3 man in the NFL in terms of receiving yards.
Also tells you there's a full combination of what he's got going in his game. You name it, from route running to catching the football. That's why he's able to produce those types of numbers.
And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll be brought down right around the 37.
Let's go, buddy.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10.
Check.
Here's Jackson to throw. And that is incomplete. Showed off the arm strength there, but to no avail. 2nd down.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that 1st down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
Going for the deep ball. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 13. And a return will stop right around the 25.
Well, if you go by the numbers, you'll find as the temperature goes down, so does the passing efficiency. And now that we're in December, even the routine throws are going to be harder for the quarterbacks. And this one, it winds up getting picked off.
On 1st down, it's Lane. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here. And that'll make this a 2nd and 13.
Here we go. 61. I got it.
And he'll give it here to his running back. It'll be a 5-yard pickup there, so from 2nd and 13, they're back to a more manageable 3rd and 8.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
Now the Bears going to call the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 2nd quarter. He'll drop to throw. This is Johnson. He's got it. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. 12 yards there. 1st down, Vikings.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route. Drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
They'll run on 1st down. Lane, and able to get a couple as he's across the 40 to the 41.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8.
You got tight. You got tight right there. Safe.
They'll try the left side. It's Lane. Now 3rd down is looming. A pickup of 2 on 1st down and just 1 yard there.
But he hasn't made much of an impact in the running game thus far, and after that last run, not much is going to change in that area.
He hasn't been able to get anything going, and really the offensive line not helping him much. And the Bears in the nickel. No, wait, they're in the dime. 6 DBs out there on 3rd.
Could play an exotic coverage.
Looking to throw. Eluding the pressure. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 48. And his guys are going to take over at their own 48-yard line.
Well, I get what he was trying to do. He was moving to his right and trying to shift the coverage, but instead he shifted the coverage also to the right and threw right into it for an interception.
after the interception. Here's Jackson. And that is intercepted on the sideline. Wait, no. They'll say no. It was caught out of bounds. So this is just an incompletion here. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. They go play action now. Jackson, he's got the first down and more inside the 40. And down to the 27-yard line. The catch and run, good for 24 yards. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. Escaping the pressure. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Now the Bears going to use the second of their timeouts. That's their second, so they'll have one remaining here in this second quarter. We'll be right back. Off play action. Jackson. This pass complete to Higgins. And he's able to get it down to the 25-yard line. Now the Bears will use their third and final timeout. And with that, they're now out of timeouts. There's still plenty of time remaining here in this second quarter. On third down, Jackson. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And they stop him short of the first as he can only get to the 20. A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
47's the mic. 47's the mic.
Fourth down, here's Jackson. This is Hillman with it. Well, they deemed it 4-down territory, and they got 4 yards to pick up the first.
One of the advantages of zone defense, as I remember it, is being able to see the play develop in front of you. One of the disadvantages, when they find those levels where they can hit you with it. Sometimes behind the corner and in front of the safety, it makes it tough to defend.
And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. And give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6. To throw on 2nd and 6. Jackson. And he's going to find his man out of the backfield. That's complete. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
The Vikings going to use their third and final timeout as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. They converted once earlier in this drive, but they'll roll the dice here again on 4th down. On 4th down, Jackson. And it's caught. They get 6 yards going for it on 4th, and now it's 1st and goal. That catch for his career is number 589, so 11 away from 600, but it also right now ties him with Hall of Famer Fred Biletnikoff.
And we remember Fred Biletnikoff well because of the way he went about his business in catching the football. And we're seeing something similar here. Someone who runs precise routes, has excellent hands, and knows how to get the ball to the end zone.
They'll go again from the 3 here on 2nd and goal. Jackson looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
Once you get into the red zone and the safeties have less ground to cover, you'd better be quick with your delivery. Not much space to get a ball in there.
Yeah, when that field shrinks for those safeties, it's almost like there's a couple extra defenders out there, right?
It certainly is. They end up taking...
And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Chicago. A great play there. His 5th touchdown now on the year, as his guys are first onto the scoreboard here this afternoon. Extra point splits the uprights, and it's now a 7-0 game. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. That's fielded in the end zone. And he will be brought down here at about the 17-yard line. The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, wound up leading to a touchdown the other way. How do you approach drive number 2?
Going back to your game plan coming in, everyone has matchups that they like better than others. Where they think they have an advantage, dial up some of those plays. Try and go to those spots and get your offense moving.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10.
Watch safety creep. Watch safety creeping. Safety's creeping. Weak. Buzz.
Hey, check Mike 21. Mike 21. Check Mike 21.
2nd and 10. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 33. And they will score a pick 6 for a Bears touchdown. A try here for the extra point. And it's good to make it 14-0. So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. This is fielded at the goal line. And he will be brought down here at about the 17-yard line. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points, get that 0 off the board. A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13. And a pretty good run, all things considered. Probably would have liked that in the first quarter instead of right now as the clock continues to run. So we have come to halftime in what's already a 2-touchdown game. As we send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3.
And that drives coaches insane, doesn't it? When they see that happen, it just doesn't feel right, does it? Plus, you're giving up yardage.
Now a give, right side. It's Lane, and they're going to get him behind the line yet again as his nightmare afternoon continues. Yikes, a 4-yard loss really sets him back now for 2nd down.
Situation. Let's go. Check. Check hot route. 66. Bullet. Half. Check 9.
Now with the play clock down to 2, we're going to get a timeout here. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this 3rd quarter.
Check Mike 21. You got nothing. Under Undercrunch, undercrunch, undercrunch.
They'll keep it on the ground. Lane. And they will only muster a yard here to the 38.
Tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing. But with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet as well.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down.
We want it. Come to my work. Get him on. Rest. Hey, check Mike 21. Mike 21. Check Mike 21. Hey, I'm coming after you.
Now a give right side. It's Lane. And he gets this only to the 44-yard line. Not near enough to keep the drive alive. That'll be good for 6, but now it's fourth down.
Running lanes were at a premium in the first half, but he's able to find some room there, and he's hoping that that's a precursor of a big second half.
Still just the third quarter, but they've got to make something happen. I think they know that. They're going for it on fourth.
Watch tight end. Watch tight end. Tight end's right. Tight end's right.
The Vikings send out their punter as he'll kick it away for the second time. This is away and a very good kick angled for the sidelines. And this one will not be returnable as it sails out of bounds.
Let's go old school there. That's absolutely a great coffin corner punt. Someone's put some time in working on that, hasn't it?
Seems like every year these guys get better and better. It's amazing how they can command that football through the air.
Yeah, they used to actually practice with hula hoops where they place them and try and put them there. Now a lot of guys use barrels on the sidelines to try and put the football in one.
Now with the play clock about to expire, we get a whistle and a timeout. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. They have the lead here. Well, we talk a lot about pregame speeches. What are halftime speeches like?
For the most part, not nearly as emotional. They're a lot more clinical. Every now and then, though, they'll get after you if they think they need to light a fire. But in this case, let's go into the virtual locker room, because here's what I think happened. They got in there and they said, listen, let's take control right away. Defense, we got the lead. Defense, don't give up any points. Turn the ball back over to the offense and let them go down and score and give us more of a cushion in the game. Check so far. Defense shut them down. Let's see if the offense gets done.
Now this one complete downfield on the left side. 14 yards and a Chicago first down. So the previous play, a big help, as now they'll have it 1st and 10 up at the 20. To throw is Jackson. Off the play fake. Dancing to his left. Now the pressure comes, and he goes down. Just inside the 10, back at the 9. Well, they're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's 2nd and 21.
35.
Jackson, off play action. He's going to launch this thing way downfield. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down.
35's the mic. Not today, you are. Not today.
Now Jackson. Looking for his running back, and he's got it.
That's certainly playing down in distance very well by the defense, isn't it? Take whatever you want underneath, by all means.
Here comes the Bears punter now. And the way this offense has moved the ball, he hasn't been needed till here in the 3rd. Now they're going to fake it from deep in their own territory. And boy, this is going to be close. That mark looks a little short, and he didn't get there. A little trickeration there, but it doesn't fool this defense. And the Vikings, they have the football now in excellent field position.
Hey, Lobo.
21, check Mike 21. I'm not ready.
Slam, slam, slam.
And now the Bears going to signal for another timeout. And that's going to leave them with just one timeout remaining still in the 3rd quarter. We'll see if that comes back to haunt them. We'll be back.
Let's go. Not a whoop.
21, check Mike 21.
Watch the screen. Pass. Ready.
On 1st down, it's Lane. And he'll be brought down at about the 25. pickup of 4. Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6.
Hey, check Mike 21, Mike 21, check Mike 21. Hey, come on out here, come get some. Come get some, come on here. He don't want it. Switch. Check nickel. Hey, check Mike 21, Mike 21, check Mike 21.
Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. And he's going to go down here, a sack. They push him back to the 34. That's their first time getting to the quarterback, sack number 1. And, you know, they had 5 last week, I'm remembering.
And you have to find a way to slow down the pass rush, not necessarily with just protecting your quarterback, but you show them a lot of different looks, and they did that in the first half. You know, different angles, different things to slow down the speed. They got to him here in the second half. Now they've got to come up with a counter to that and maybe do something different.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Call it a gain of 3, and it'll bring up 4th down.
He's brought down at the 31. A gain of 3. It's 4th down.
Now the Vikings will send out the special teams crew here for a field goal try. From the right hash, this from 48. And this is right down the middle as he puts it through. And they will get themselves on the board here at 14-3. So he splits the uprights, and has to be a nice feeling. Right when it left his foot, knew it was good.
Yeah, just like a good three-point shooter in basketball, right? Release the ball, fall back on defense without even looking. You know it's going in the hoop.
That'll be taken in the end zone. And he probably should have stayed in the end zone as he'll muster a return up to only the 14-yard line.
Well, conventional football 101, tells us if you don't get it back to the 20-yard line on a kickoff return, that's a disappointment. But some of these teams, special teams coaches, with approval by the head coach, they give them full authority to go ahead and bring it out and try to be aggressive. Almost what we call the green light, red light theory. Green light means go, red light means stop. Looks like he had green on that play.
Single receiver. Hey, you're on the 9 over there. Single at the 14-yard line.
Check 26.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he gets this one just shy of the 35 to the 34. Last play they got stuffed at the line. Different story here, over 20 yards. They'll throw on first down with Jackson. Going to throw right side here, complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. A good pickup, 17 yards and a bare first down. They go play action here on first down. He's going to... Got a man, it's caught inside the 10. Touchdown, Chicago. A big play there. His 14th touchdown now on the year as the Bears push further out in front. Point after, right down the middle. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line.
At their own 19-yard line.
The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. And here we are almost through 3 quarters of play, and this passing game still has not really found any kind. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes.
Yeah, we talk about players blitzing all the time. I often laugh and sometimes call it just straight-ahead pursuit. What a running start right back to the backfield for him.
Yeah, it really didn't give anybody a chance to get up there and stop him.
No, I mean, that's really, really difficult. You're asking a whole lot anyway, but when he gets that kind of a start and comes through clean, oftentimes the advantage definitely goes to the defensive player.
Well, they'll get 9 there as that sets him up better for third down.
An ex-teammate used to tell me all the time, I hate experienced quarterbacks because no matter what, You really can't hide what you're doing. And I think that right there, he knew right away where the blitz was coming from, where his primary guy was going to be, and he ended up going to a secondary target for a nice game.
I was just going to ask you, that wasn't the primary target, and he's so good at that, isn't he?
I think he knew right away that he wasn't going to get to his primary guy. I think he read that as soon as he got to the line of scrimmage, knew where the pressure was going to come from, and said, I know how to beat that, and that's what he did.
Check Mike 21, Mike 21, check Mike 21.
The Vikings going to use their third and final timeout. So that will leave them with no timeouts left. Still plenty of time on the clock. We'll see how that affects things here in this fourth quarter. The Vikings on third down. Just 1 for 5 to this point. This will be 3rd and 6. And now we're going to get a timeout here called by the defense. So that will leave them with no timeouts left. Still plenty of time on the clock. We'll see how that affects things here in this fourth quarter. The Vikings on third down. Just 1 for 5 to this point. This will be 3rd and 6. They'll set up a throw. And he's going to be intercepted a third time. Picked off around the 41. And they'll start with... Great field position at the 41-yard line.
First and 10 at the 41-yard line.
Here we go, here we go. Touchdown, touchdown, all day, every day.
Off the play fake. Jackson. This one taken in by Hester. And he's going to get this inside the 30.
Let's go, baby. Let's go.
A Chicago first down there on a gain of 11. Charles, you'd said the magic number was probably right around 20 for this defense because they're facing one of the top 5 offenses in the league in terms of points scored. They've had their moments, but this offense just a little too good, isn't it?
They really are, because no matter what you do to make an adjustment on defense, they've had an answer for it.
And taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down. 14 yards and a Chicago first down. Off play action. Jackson to the goal line, but it's incomplete. They're still throwing the football here, and obviously the incompletion stops the clock. That's a bad thing.
Feels to me like they're just keeping them honest on defense, because you know they're going to stack the line of scrimmage and try and stop any type of a running play. Short little passes may work in exchange of running plays. Keep the clock moving, keep them moving.
I guess you're right. If they can get some first downs, just as good as running the football. The tally there, -2 yards, brings up third down. An extra defender in the secondary for the Vikings here on third down.
You ain't doing nothing today. You ain't doing nothing today. Mike 35, Mike 35. And match box.
Jackson from the shotgun. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off inside the 5. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Thought he had the pick. Flag comes in for PI, so cancel it out.
Interference. Oh, a killer for them. Thought they had a nice play. Instead, they'll be marching off yardage against them.
Two of their 3 red zone trips so far, they've come up empty on. They'll look to reverse that trend on 2nd and goal. From the gun, Jackson. That'll be caught by Hester. He'll get only 2 there, and it's 2nd and goal.
Five down. Stand up in.
Throwing again on 2nd down. Jackson. How about the big boys snagging one? You don't see that every week.
No, you don't, but a lot of them are just reliving their old dreams, going back to when they were in youth football and in high school. They didn't always play defensive line. Some of them actually handled the football, and you can see the flashback when he grabbed that one.
Joker.
They'll run on 1st down. It's Saunders. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. He's able to rip off 32 on that one. It's a 1st down.
I know that play went to the left side, and that's what it was designed to do, an outside handoff there. But how about the whole offensive line being involved? Seal the left side where the play was going, what they call play side. But how about on the back side? Just taking care of business to make sure no one can get there and disrupt it.
Is the biggest key the left tackle?
Without a doubt. Control that edge. Get out there. You want that left tackle. If you bring your tight end over there, either way, control the edge of the line of scrimmage, you got a chance to rumble.
4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6.
Whip. Watch the whip. Switch.
They'll try the left side. Saunders. And he takes it down to the 40 with a pickup of 4.
That's a really good job right there. Just kept stringing that play out, pushing further and further towards the sideline. Really good fundamentals by that defense.
He was trying to put his foot in the ground and turn upfield. He just couldn't.
No, they really had a picket fence in front of him. No room to find to get upfield.
And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 41. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th. Continues to be a struggle for this offense and this home crowd. They're growing a little restless here in the 2nd half.
And I think they've just got to look at how they're trying to move the football. Yeah, you want to run it, but maybe you spread it out, maybe some swing passes that can take the place of runs and give you a little more space.
Check 50.
As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off at the 39. And he'll get it all the way down inside the 35-yard line.
Well, this defensive pressure has been constant all game long. The pass rush, the coverage, they've all been excellent, and now they'll tack on an interception here as this one continues to slip just further and further out of hand.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. He finds Hillman. Takes this to the 32, maybe the 31, as the defense rallies quickly after the nice move. 2 minutes left to play in this football on EA Sports. So the Bears with the football here as we welcome you back. And you'd have to figure they're just looking to burn these final 2 minutes away and get out of here with a victory. It's brought in by Harris. And on 3rd down, a nickel formation here defensively.
Mark 52. You're not ready. Mike Badger. 52. Come on, baby. Let's see what you got.
Now it's Jackson. Able to find Harris complete. And he picks up the first down yardage as he takes it down to the 16. That gain of 9 buys them a new set of downs. Jackson. And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful? You're losing playing against a good quarterback like he is to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up. So maybe if you still want to play zone, you go to a zone blitz scheme, and you can drop anyone out of your...
And that is caught. Touchdown, Bears. It's the fullback. His 6th touchdown of the season as the Bears push further out.